Next one. Clothesline from hell.
I think you're a bigger fan of this move than I am, probably.
Just because of how I said it. Right. Clothesline from hell. Me personally, I like JBL's in-ring work, even though he wasn't the great. Here's the thing, right? I feel like WWE put way too much work on him, like way too much on his shoulders, because he's good promo work wise, but JBL cannot carry a match. He cannot. He needs to have somebody on the other side that can help him. Like, for example, JBL versus Kurt Angle, good match.
Eddie Guerrero.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Eddie Guerrero, good match. He needs to be with somebody that's pretty much better than him, basically. You know? But when you give someone of lower quality, you get lesser matches. Like, you need somebody that's faster than him. That's another thing, right? You can't give him another big guy. Like Big Show, those matches aren't something I'd watch again. They're not, you know? You need someone that's faster than him. You need someone that's equally skilled and is a real showman. Because JBL, in ring work, to be honest, isn't too special. That's my opinion. He has great promo work, but in ring work has never been too special for me. But JBL has been willing to commit to some crazy shit in the past, like the barbed wire steel cage match. You know what I mean? Even though it's not a good match, the fact that he even signed up for it is cool. Right?
Yeah.
That being said, the clothesline from hell, for me, I think it's real devastating at times, depending on who sells it.
That's true. The sell is really important for the clothesline from hell, because you could either flip inside out and just die, or they just take it like a normal clothesline and it doesn't look like it does anything.
I've seen some crazy fucking clotheslines from hell, and I feel like I'd be doing him a disservice if I put him next to Austin.
Yeah, I think it's a solid B.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I'm not the biggest fan of JBL, but I love his promo work, and I always thought he would have made a great manager.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like a fucking like a Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, he would have been a great fucking manager, but as like an in-ring talent, I was never the biggest fan of JBL.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that he definitely had some chops. I just feel like they put way too much pressure on him at that time. Well, mainly because they needed a face, right? And they needed somebody that had good promo work at the time. I don't think they really... I think the story was they didn't really have anybody else that could hold that championship for so long.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean...
They needed a constant.
To be the WWE champion for
a year.
Yeah, for like a year in the Ruthless Aggression era is
exactly.
It's something.
In that competitive of an era, he held that championship for a year.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You know? And then he gave it to John Cena, which, as we know, now is one of the biggest superstars, if not the biggest superstar of all time. So, like I said, he has foresight there, and I definitely rate him.
Yeah.
That being said, his clothesline from hell can be decent, but is definitely not iconic. Absolutely not. That's what I got.
Yep.
Next, the discus clothesline. I do like the spinning clothesline, and I think Luke Harper.
Luke Harper is a unit of a man.
He really is.
Brody
He's
Lee,
massive.
rest in peace, bro. He was cool. He was cool. Luke Harper was cool. If you didn't like Luke Harper,
he was a big fucking dude that wasn't given too much too much material to work with. I think what he was given, he worked with very well.
Yeah, but. Damn, that clothesline was devastating at times.
It was devastating. Dude's bigger. And I think it was better than a clothesline from hell.
I would agree, honestly.
That being said, I'd still put it in the same tier. Just better than.
Yeah.
Because I can't put it at A. Look at what's in A. No fucking way. I'm sorry.
A is a lot of iconic ass finishers.
Yes. And then you have S tier, which is just GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great fucking move, and I think the reason why I put JBL's clothesline here instead of C tier is because of how iconic it is. It is what it is. Like, it may not be the best when it comes to performance and execution, but the way it's sold, and once again, the way it's iconic, I think it still matches. While Luke Harper's may not be as iconic, it's sold and performed better. You know?
I feel like for me personally, I think I agreed with you with B earlier, but looking. Like where we put the DDT, I think I would put the clothesline from hell at C.
You think?
Personally. Because, I think I like the DDT better as a finisher than the clothesline from hell. Because also think of how many clotheslines you see in a match. How it's just a normal move as a finisher. Like I get it, right? He has the running start. He winds it up, and he's a big dude, so you're getting hit with that huge fucking arm. But I think the DDT is more effective as a finisher. You're dropping a dude on his head compared to just hitting him so hard he falls. You know.
Well, the thing is, it's not just like hitting you so hard like a Big Show knockout, you know what I mean? Which only works for him. Yeah. Right? The thing is that he's body blocking you, bro. Like, the way he hits you with that fucking arm, sometimes, not every time, but sometimes when he hits you with that fucking arm, you can see the skin of the guy who's selling it fucking gyrate. That's how hard he hits you with that motherfucker. And you hear it. You hear it. That's the difference. He's not just hitting you with the fucking... You hear that fucking shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta say B tier still, man. I don't know what it is. I think it's running intensity. Sometimes that intensity is just way too... For example, when he hits Ray with it... Fuck, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
I think it's B.
It's still devastating, but I feel like... Do you think a clothesline from hell stands out compared to a DDT?
When was the last time? I think with enough intensity, yes, very much so. That's the thing, because people clothesline, and then JBL clothesline you, and then you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think there's a big difference between a regular clothesline. A regular clothesline is like at the beginning of the match when they're trying to up the pace, right?
Yeah.
But then a JBL clothesline is, oh, you're dead. Oh, you're on the floor. You're fuck. You know what I mean? Like, for example, a devastating clothesline in any regard, whether it's a clothesline from hell or anything, is always a match like stopper. Like, it may not end it, but it's like whoa, like the pace slows down immediately, and they get that from JBL. You know what I mean? Well, maybe not from JBL, but you get me. That move always stopped the momentum immediately. Of any wrestler who was trying to gain momentum, the clothesline stopped it in its tracks.
Yeah.
But regular clotheslines don't do that. You know?
Yeah, no.
JBL, he did that shit.
The clothesline from hell with JBL is definitely more devastating than a DDT, but I would still put it in C tier for the simple fact that it doesn't really stand out to me.
I think if Snake sold it better, I think I would.
Yeah, it's because when you think about Jake the Snake's DDT, it was really slow. And especially at the time, I feel like a lot of guys just kind of stumbled over instead of really...
Because they didn't know how to sell it. Yeah. They were afraid.
Because, I mean, dropping a dude on his head.
Yeah.
He not only that, he's using his full body weight to drop the man on his head. So... But
that's the thing with JBL, is if he knew you were going to sell it, he'd just fucking stiff arm you.
Yeah. Okay,
you going to sell today?
Yeah. You sold me, and I think it's for the simple fact of who's the wrestler doing it.
And you have... The thing is, right, I think I'd sell you on this. JBL has more control over this than Jake the Snake Roberts. If he thinks you're not going to sell, what's Jake going to do? You know what I mean? He's supposed to take
weight on you, on your neck.
Yeah, maybe he'll trip you or something, right? Like, that's the thing. He'll break your fucking neck. JBL, he can hit you in the chest pretty fucking hard with that arm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you'll go down because he's 300 pounds. It doesn't matter. He looks fat, right? He is, but his muscles, if you remember him in his tag team with Farouk, that guy was ridiculously jacked. So, yeah, he gained a little bit of weight, but he's still massive, dude.
Oh, yeah. No, big dudes are not always like what you see on TV with the chiseled abs and everything. No, you watch World's Strongest Man competition. I mean, look at Mark Henry. Look at Mark Henry.
Look at Mark Hall. No, mind. So what's his name? Eddie, the fucking, he's like 500 pounds, really big fucking dude. He won a couple records. Eddie Hall. Eddie Hall's another one. Yeah, Eddie Hall. He's a fucking 7 foot, mastodon. And you look at him, he looks fat, but then when he takes his shirt off, he has the fat gut, but his abs are so fucking massive that they protrude from it. Yeah. That's how big he is. That's the same way Kane was built. It's ridiculous. You know?
So JBL is a big dude.
I think mainly that move's sold by JBL, and the fact that he has more control over Jake the Snake Roberts, which is kind of just at the mercy of the seller. I think that's how it slightly tips it in his favor. Just slightly, not by much, but definitely slightly. That's what I think.
Gotcha.
That being said, Jake the Snake Roberts, like I said, still a really cool move. It's just not at the level
It's
of
not.
this.
It's
I mean,
not
look at what we got at B.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm rethinking Big Ending. I really.
I was looking at the big ending during our conversation about the clothesline from hell.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute.
Because I was like looking at the bull hammer and I'm like, all right, an elbow is pretty like in a UFC match, an elbow is pretty devastating. So it's a nice alternative variation to the clothesline from hell. Then you look at the big ending and he's just kind of dropping you.
Listen, I love you, Big E. We know, but I gotta put him down. I'm sorry. He's just dropping him. Yeah. That's it.
Still love to Big E though. I love him. He's great.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't? A man has no enemies.
He really does, bro. And he's got the moves. You seen him dance?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Better call my mama. Face ass. Ridiculous.